Hey, what's up? We are back with another Ultra Cosmic Connections. It's been a while since I made one of these. Going to talk about a couple things. Basically, just been focusing all my time on making these quick flow videos because it's just a lot easier for me to make these kinds of things than to like sit down and talk for 10, 15 minutes or to do all the other stuff. I'm working on other cool projects in the background. I actually have the first episode of Encounters completed. That is really exciting. So whenever that goes out, like that's going to be really big for myself. I don't really know how all the views are going to work out and everything like that, but I'm just happy to be here making stuff. It's really fun. Um, yeah, it's just quite a process, right? So I've just been making a lot of stuff. Um, when I first decided I was going to make a whole bunch of videos, I didn't really have any idea what I was going to do. So I just tried a little bit of everything to kind of just have fun with it and see where that would lead me because I didn't really have an idea. I just wanted to make cool stuff. Something I figured out along the way is that ultimately I just want to make stuff that is kind of rewarding to me. And a big part of that, and a big thing that I'm trying to implement a lot more, is just kind of creating videos that I would watch myself, things that I'd want to hear myself say. Honestly, they're just kind of like good reminders and good motivation and things that run through my brain as I try to navigate life as it is, I guess. And by doing that, I've also made it a lot easier on myself because that kind of thing just flows naturally versus having to think and write down all these ideas that I was working on before. Some of the earlier videos that I made, like the very first ones, usually feature a notebook, and I just haven't really been using that a lot. A lot of the things that I'm doing are just kind of things that I think or feel in that moment and then say because it's important that certain things go out into the universe, I guess, if that makes sense. And it's not really like an active decision. I just recently go out into the woods or something and record myself because it's fun. I'm not interrupting anybody's day, and ultimately, I can just like take my time and think about random things to say as it's recording. It's really simple. Even like now, it's very just off the top of my head, and I'm gonna edit it later, so I'm not really worried about what anybody's not gonna see anyway. So I go out and I spend like 30 minutes making 5 to 6 videos usually. And the honest truth is, I'm probably not even going to post most of those, but that's just the process. Like, you just got to go out and keep doing things. And I think that is it. Like, I do engagement, I do all the things that you're supposed to do wherever I feel fit. But, like, most importantly, I just want my videos to go out to people who really need the stuff. Because, speaking from experience, when you're in a difficult time, it is really nice to have little bits of support, little things that you see in your day to day life that cheer you up, that make you feel good, that make you feel like you're not alone. So, I think the rest goes without saying. It just feels a lot more rewarding doing this kind of thing and making things that fill me up, that fill other people up, than to just film random videos because I'm going to do that anyway. And I'm still going to enjoy making those, but they don't need to be my main source of content. And I think ultimately healing the world is kind of the idea of this entire platform. But we're going to get there when, you know, this is a small little bubble of whatever we got going on right now is still doing good work, and I still get nice comments and I still get a bunch of likes and people who are engaging with stuff. That's sick. Like, it just means that I get to feel something nice. And I even got my first negative comment today, which was super sick. Appreciate you, dude. That was a nice feeling because ultimately, like, it is really true. If people are hating on you, then there's a bunch of reasons why that might be, but ultimately, I sucks. That sucks for you, man. Like, I don't know what you want me to say about anybody. That sucks for you. We are out here doing good work. We're talking to cool people. We're doing a whole bunch of awesome stuff in the background that I'm just going to release later. Like, this is awesome, and I really like it. And I still work a regular job, mind you. It's not the kind of thing where I've given up everything else in my life to pursue doing this. So I'm not going to post like 100 videos every week. That's just not fun for me either. Like, I don't want to maintain this sort of thing. I'm just going to do it at my own pace and see where it leads, I guess. Speaking of encounters, I think it's actually kind of fun to just give you a behind the scenes. Basically, the first episode is done. I need to record an intro. Whenever I have the chance to record the next episode, then I will probably get to releasing it. So I'm assuming by the time that is done, maybe even the third one, I'm hoping like a January release date just into the new year. Another behind the scenes is that I actually have a lavalier mic on this big microphone because it just seems to work a little better for my purpose right now. Encounters is sick. It's really fun. I really enjoyed that, and each one is just going to be very different. The whole idea is talking to regular people. So when we talk, we're just kind of shooting the shit, I guess is the best way to say it. We're really just going back and forth and saying nonsense sometimes. And I'm excited to be working on long form content because doing a lot of short form content is really cool for getting engagement and getting views and getting people to kind of start to see the stuff that I'm doing. But ultimately, I can turn it into a lot of short form content anyway, and it's just way more rewarding. Like I'm somebody who is getting old, so YouTube was new when I was young, and I got to watch it develop and change and all the things become a little bit different. So the short form content that existed before is very different than the short form that is now, and the attention span that is now versus what we're talking about. And so even then, like I feel like 3-minute videos feel like long form content to a good majority of people in their attention span right now. Making stuff that's going to be like 40 minutes to an hour long, depending on how long we decide to be out there and talk, and if we're in the cold or if we're inside, like really just a whole different dynamic. And that's something I'm more passionate about. And it's something that I've worked on more in the past is edited long form content, not 10-second videos. This is all new to me, right? So, okay, so we're here at the end of the video. I think what I will do is now include a very tiny snippet, maybe 15 to 30 seconds of Ultra Cosmic Encounters, just a little teaser in here. This would probably be the last little bit that I post on any of the social media platforms. This is kind of like a YouTube sneak preview, if you want to call it that. Anyway, I don't know, man. It's just we're out here, we're doing it. If you're curious, this says Flameo. It is a Avatar Last Airbender reference. If you don't know, but this is a fun little shirt. This is a Thrasher knockoff. Enjoy the clip.
Yeah, so I just looked at him and he looked at me and I stood there for a second and just pointed at the box and said, "Free Shavakadoos."
This was in the year 2016, the good Lord's year 2016,
Yeah.
as a good reference point.
So yeah, like you already was not cool. It was
No, it was probably a little old even at
It
that
was-
point, but it was pretty funny.
I assumed you just thought it was insane. And you're like, oh fuck, like I gotta.
No, I mean that's fair, but like actually that was a very fun